Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are. Welcome back. It's underscore Gintu back again to the root of today. And today is today. Tomorrow gonna be another day coming out from this section. And we have much of the things are lined up for you to make sure that it's coming to you live. And we're gonna be checking it live, which is right now. Wherever you are, grab a seat so as we can just cherish and make sure that the point is coming to you live. And it's now, and it's now. And this is the beginning. Security is tight. Everything is so fantastic. Welcome. Don't come up with me. Fantastic. The security is here. Another one is sleeping here. We have to bear with the circumstances here. We're live. Because sometimes you have to bear with the circumstances. My security, okay, it's now leaving a little bit to make sure that it's going to every section. Because right now down here, hey, we have to be cherishing together. So beautiful guys, boom! Let's go to the point. Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are. Welcome back to this session of today. Here we are, back again to the root. And here today, I'm totally different. People will talk about, oh, Gintu now is Halloween. Exactly. Wherever you are, welcome back. Today, I'm wearing them dogs. Good shout out to one of the person called I am Stefan. Very fantastic I am. A-I-A-M. S-T Stefano. I'm Stefan. Fantastic Stefan, wherever you are, very much. Thank you very much for you making sure that the Gintu are being now. Fantastic, wherever you are, welcome back. This is the session. I don't know if this kind of a hat is hurting to me here. I don't know how it's just looking at me now. Fantastic. Wherever you're coming from, guys, keep it tuned, keep it locked, subscribe, like, share, comment, as we're going to be starting up this kind of a session right now. And this is the point. Let's go. Oh, the dogs now, security is tight. They're now maneuvering and waiting for the food at night. Because they have to show me that we are doing work. So as they can just get some food evening time. Who is the next onto the lineup? Guys, let me tell you a story. I really like about such kind of a man called Stefan. Once upon a time, we were at the villa. And during that time, I can just remember, I was having a very low YouTube channel. And whenever it was now growing, Mr. Stefano came during the party time, and I can just remember there's another guy called Christmas List. And I really like about Mr. Stefano because whenever I shooted a video with him, taking some fish to talk about Tukenge, he ever tagged me for the first person tagging me from outside. And I was now very fantastic. If I can just get this person, I could buy him some collards. Go back with them whereas he is. I don't know if it's the United States, something like that one. And I promise you, Mr. Stefano, whenever you come here, I'll give you a puppy. And I'm telling you that I'll give you a puppy. And that's the real fact. And I'm making sure that you see the dogs here. Hey, they're not called German Shepherd, but they're called African Shepherd Coco Dogs. I'll give you one. This one, Mr. Stefano, let me tell you one thing. It doesn't matter that you have to get an invitation to go for a celebrity or go for a celebration. They are going to look for themselves and they are going to direct you where the celebration is. It doesn't matter that, okay, I have to look and say that let me go and take some food. They know the tactic of stealing. They are now good stealers. So whenever it reaches to the time of stomach, no jokes aside. And they don't want to know which English is gonna be spoken. Whenever they come for food, they come for food. They are called Coco Dogs. Whenever you want to call them. You see? Shh, hello. Whenever you say hello, now they jump to you. Hello. Kuja. Hello. Fantastic. So whenever you have some visitors, they're gonna be making some circus. You know, you should have a circus at your home. Whenever now visitors come, but you have to feed them before getting them onto such kind of the practical. Because, hey, whenever they render not even to wake up, they cannot wake up. Whenever they say they want to go to stay somewhere, they'll go and stay there. Thank you very much, Mr. Stefano, from wherever you are, for your DDD, talking about them dogs. Welcome to this site of right now, to make sure that everything is contiguous and contrabasa, to make sure that everything is getting to this position right now. And let's kick over the road. There's one person called a Christmas list. Wherever he is somebody who doesn't understand what is really happening. And the real fact about that kind of a person, let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, we had there was a circumcision of boys here. You know, the FGM of the ladies, it was disqualified. Even right now, whenever you talk about such kind of a thing, you are in for it. If you are talking about, you are bringing people together to say about FGM, you are going to lie. We are not into that one. So right now here in Kenya, there's no FGM. Only circumcision for boys only. So once upon a time, the circumcision was ongoing. Then at the road, you know, here in Africa, people do dance. People dance properly. But somebody cucumber is cut, you know, and people are just dancing heterozygously, confusively, heteroskelter from this position to another. And now they were coming from a position of the Bila. Now they were going to Nyabuhanse. They were having the Gunmo. You know, now Gunmo every time is, no, Stefan, no, Chris, no, don't go there, no, let's go here. So whenever they reach at a point, they just met with the people now dancing. So whenever they are dancing, you know, now the dance goes hand in hand with the people are now having such kind of a guitar, traditional guitar called ritungu. And the other one is coming with, it's called kegogo. Something like that one. And the other one with something called So people are dancing heterozygously from one position to another. The road is very full of people. My friend, now this is the time. Whenever they reached at a point now, the crowd of people were so many, they had to get down so as Chris could just do what? Could record. Then whenever they reached at a point of now the circumcised boy, the boy fainted. The boy fainted, seriously. And they talk about, no, this Mzungu is having some juju. This Mzungu was not allowed to see him. You know, the tradition has many of the things, many taboo. If you sleep, like talk about the Kenge, whenever it's always pa with the Argentinian long nose there, pa touching the talk about the sitting positions, talking about the cucumbers hanging carelessly from this position to another position, going this once, going rounds this way. Whenever it reaches to that point of circumcision, there's nothing is recommendable. Whether you know you are going for circumcision, you should not sleep with your partner. That's the real fact, and I'm telling you. So, Mr. Stefano, you know, or not Stefano, Mr. Stefano, wherever you are, fantastic. Mr. Talk about Christmas list. Now, whenever he was just walking to that position, he was coming from Didism. And whenever he reached at that point of a boy, he was not told. The taboo doesn't allow such kind of the people, the Didism, that these people are coming from the other part coming to here. And it was either it was a Christmas list or it was a Gunmo. Because Gunmo, I don't know, Gunmo cucumbers don't stand. I don't know if they go. There's a war here. Cucumbers don't apply. So in terms of erections and making sure that the pole is being withstanding its own strength, the Gunmo is nothing. So in Gunmo, that's why they talked about Gunmo. We cannot put him in such kind of a category. So we are not dealing with you. So let's deal with this kind of a Mzungu. So the Mzungu was told, who is Christmas list, make sure that this kid is treated. He has fainted. He has to be wake it up. He has to be waked up, and you have to pay the people because people are just enjoying dancing because they're having who? They're having an asset that's coming because that an asset, the circumcised boy, is the one who is making them to dance. Now, they're thrown into an imbroglio already. So this boy has to be carried on a motorbike while people are dancing. So the guy had fainted. So Christmas list was flabbergasted, was declusioned, was thrown in imbroglio. So he never knew what to do. So whatever he did is, one, please, I'm going to take care of this boy. And they had to go with that circumcision group from that position until their home. They drank something called traditional drink, which is saltless and it's sugarless. It's a certain drink that whenever you reach from the circumcision time, you have to take, you have to sip, or you have to drink if it's so sweet for you. Then after a little bit, now you'll eat food, and you have to make sure that you are getting the boy who is circumcised money, so as they can put them onto the heart. As whenever he's just walking, the money is now flowing onto the head that, okay, very good time. That money, it's to appreciate the guy that he has evolved from a boyhood to an adulthood. A childhood to an adult. That's called now a bridge circumcision here in Africa. Exactly. So whenever you go there, if you know your cucumbers are hanging carelessly, and knowing that you are here, papa, you are here. That's why Kenge can never go to such kind of a point, because always is always on top, always on top. You think it's like a hen, so he cannot manage such kind of the scenario, and that's the real fact. So the didism not allowed in the taboo of circumcision. Exactly. So whenever it reached at this point of now going into such kind of an imbroglio he thrown himself into, because he went to a place that he doesn't know. And that's how even this kind of the Didi uncle, they're throwing themselves to a point they don't know. Whenever it will come out, like Mr. Cecil did, it backfired. And sending some cucumbers from talk about the trench town, and coming with the cucumbers that are dried and is called wilting cucumbers here, and talking about, you know what, I'm now the German machine to come and make sure that everything is antagonized. I want to mingle and intermingle. I want to make sure that you ladies, I want to deal with you perpendicularly per unit time. I want to make sure that do you think that you can finish all the ladies who are just in Africa here? And I'm just sympathizing with such kind of a person. I don't know if he's just thinking about, you know what, these things are to be chested. No, these swimming pools are not to be chested, my friend. These swimming pools outside here, my friend, I'm just telling you, things are more worse. Because whenever you say that, you know what, I'm now the strongest person, go there and see how the thing's done. You'll be like a hen, 1 minute man. Do you know 1 minute man? You'll be 1 minute man. And these people outside here, whenever you say that, you know what, now I have inserted a plow onto the plow, make sure that I'm now plowing make sure that I'm plowing the shamba. Now whenever you say that, now let me go, we reach at that far end, we come back to this end, now they talk about, no, let's go again, let's come again. Africa, you will be kidding, my friend. With your knitting and wilting cucumbers, you will find yourself not even having any kind of health anymore. You will come from Africa where the stomach is not stomaching here. You know, you were here and the stomach was so energetic enough. The stomach was the one. Excuse me. I know that's Conrad who is talking me badly. Conrad, wherever you are, I understand you. Let me remove this one. Exactly. Conrad, wherever you are, please stop it. Exactly. So let's go on. You know, guys, I was talking about the work of Christmas list. So they had to take that kind of the circumcision group until they reached at a point of the home now. Whenever they reached there, he was told it's either, you know, the taboo says, if you're coming from on top, or you're coming from shaking your cucumbers somewhere and the pears carelessly hanging, if you be found and the guy, you reach at a point the guy collapse, you're going to get a cow to the elderly. Or if it's a lower bit of the scenario, you'll get a goat. So the guy was told, you know what? You have to make sure that you are bringing a cow or a goat so as we can just excuse you. So whenever he reached there, he had to buy people liquor to make sure that they're drinking and even drinking and drinking so as they can forget what the circumstances could be. And whenever they drank, they finished, he promised them, I'm going to take this kid to school. And that was the real fact. So sometimes these people who come from abroad and not knowing the real agenda that they're coming here to do. And right now, we have many scenarios that are ongoing. You will meet a person not knowing is a circumcised person. And you can just say that you get out from here. You know you are making a mistake. Or whenever a circumcision is ongoing, you cross in front of a circumcised boy. My friend, your days are numbered. So even right now, I'm telling you this as a fact. Do you know that even the conduct cannot even go to such kind of a person? Because we have two types of what? Circumcision. We have the manual circumcision and the hospital. So the conduct and the family, they know the hospital one. And the hospital one is the one of the bandage, the cucumbers are put bandages like something else. And you are going there as a maternity. Exactly. But the other one, it's raw and cut. Raw and cut. That's the real fact. There's no injecting you. It's called what? The injection of making sure that you're not here. How is it called? Kibe, where are you, Kibe? Tell us this kind of medicine that people are just injected to make sure that you cannot hear whenever the operation is done. Keep it wherever you are. Tell us. Write a comment there. Exactly. Such kind of a thing. So whenever you go there to the manual, there's nothing like that one. So even Kenge, if you could be a man enough, you could have gone there. And you will see how you will be just acting like a sando. You will be like burnt with that. You know, have you ever burnt a sando? My friend, you will just wonder how the sando is melting. So you'll find a person melting until it just gets down. Or you will find himself, Kenge could have poo there. So making sure that's why I'm telling people always, whenever you want to attack, get to wherever you are. Know where people are always coming from. And if you can just go there and stand at ease and make sure that the cucumbers are cut simultaneously without the injection, pure, and you touch backward and make sure that you don't touch it, you're not looking here. No, you look in front and make sure that the cucumbers are cut simultaneously. And if you're such kind of a man, and that's why this kind of the people I went to see how the maternity roof is looking like, so that they can be circumcised, is coming to just telling me, Gintu, that you know what, Gintu, I'm going to see you, or I'm just going to send you some people. I'm sympathizing with such kind of a person. Like the Kenge firstborn is coming from, is the person is coming from Tanzania, not even Kenya. He's coming to tell people that, you know what, I'm going to call some people so that they can deal with you. Yet there's a person, you know, every tribe has its own clanity that they talk about their own taboo and all their culture. So our culture as Koreans here, you are cut life. That's the real fact. You have to. And for the tribe of the Kenge firstborn, they're removing teeth. Right now, they're now going to the hospital. They cannot withstand such kind of a thing of going to a manual operation. They cannot. And that's why now you want to see a real German, a real manual person. And that's how we are. And such kind of a person like Kenge coming to Gintu, telling that, you know what, I am I am so energetic enough. I'm going to do something for you. My friend, I'm waiting. That's why whenever I saw your conduct coming here, I was about, okay, if he's coming for war, I was ready. And that's the real fact. Because even right now, I can just tell you, whenever the conduct, whatever he was just speaking, and people thought that, okay, Gintu doesn't have the real fact about what he was talking about, I have all the data. And whenever it will turn, he came to attack me, it will be, he came to attack me. That's the real fact. He came to attack me, it came to attack me. That's the real fact. Because you cannot tell me, because I found one of the boys who just called me that, okay, you know what, the conduct is coming to your home because he asked me a road. So he was just Googling from people to make sure that he's getting where Gintu is living. And he came and he never noticed by anyone that I'm coming. Because if you have an agenda, you have to put, it's called what? Appointment. If Kenge is always talking about, if you want to come to me, have an appointment. So what about your father now is walking from one place to another to people's homes without acknowledgement that I'm coming, that I'm doing this. Now you think that, okay, now the village will just cheer. Oh, Kenge father is coming. Conrad is here. Oh, let's cook hen. I cannot even cook a dog. I can never. Even a boiling egg, I cannot boil it because they think that whenever they see such kind of a person, I'm not the Kenge driver. That whenever I see Kenge is coming to my home, he talk about, oh, you know what, go and buy, make chapatis, make every kind of food. Does Kenge know how to cook? So my people, don't waste your time talking about this kind of a person is coming to you. And right now, there are people talking about, you know what? Today is 12th. Today is 12th and 13th, wherever you are. So it seems that we could be having only 5 days to the spot of making what? Making sure that the Kenge is starting the party. But where is it? And that's why we want to make sure that we are strong outside here. And we are very, very strong, and we are not going to acknowledge any kind of flabbergastic and stupidical things that were just happening unto the Bila there. And this is the real fact right now. So right now, we are strong enough outside here. And we have joined ourselves. We have joined the teams. The teams are joining to make sure that they are compacting together. And whenever we say that this is his way, let me tell you a thing why. Kenge and the family, they know the real verdict of the YouTube. They know everything about what is it about. But they don't want to tell anyone who is just coming out of their family. So they want to keep their own secret. So whenever this kind of the people like me, I venture into such kind of a thing and I want to know the real fact of how YouTube is working, and they talk about, you know what? No, this person is ungrateful, is jealous. They don't want to get a person who can understand, who can know that this kind of the thing is happening this way. That's the real fact. And let me tell you guys, people have been cheated. That, you know what? Nyabuhanse is a village. It doesn't have any development. Only Kenge is the one who is now becoming, has brought Nyabuhanse to the platform. Guys, Nyabuhanse ever existed even before this kind of a shit boy called Kenge could not even evolve. They could not have. It started even my father could have not been born. Nyabuhanse started several years ago, and people named it ancestral. Talk about the grandfathers. And now they are saying that, you know what? I am the person who is now getting Nyabuhanse. Do you know that Kenge is 1.5 kilometers from Nyabuhanse? Do somebody know that one? So don't be cheated that Kenge is living in Nyabuhanse. Nyabuhanse, it has its own people. There are people who are constructing. There are people like Maja family. It was one of the families that belonged to Nyabuhanse and they were richer. Talk about Nasto family. That the families that lived in Nyabuhanse, which were richer. But right now, they're talking about, you know what? We were poor. We are now rich. Rich where? Have you reached? And you're talking about you are rich? Just chasing Ginto outside there with 6,000 subscribers. Chasing Gake outside there. And right now, Gake is now... Hey, Gake, I'm very sympathizing with you. Whenever Kenge will go to another live, Q&A, the only thing you'll hear is... Gake, have fired you and have told you not to mention my name and my villa. My friend Gake, can you stand up on your own, my friend? I'm telling you, because whenever it will turn again to you, and you're talking about, you know what, a successful YouTuber in 1 year, my friend, you have not yet. Gake, don't clap for yourself because you started several years ago, like 3 years ago, a YouTube channel. So it's not right now, it's now becoming a channel. You know what? So don't talk about, you know what, Kenge has made me to... My friend, it's right now, they're just cherishing with you. Whenever it reaches at a time, my friend, it will be very, very hard. And we'll just look for Gintu where Gintu is. And we'll look for Mugesi where Mugesi is. Look at right now the Hello Baby. Oh, my living God, Hello Baby. Oh, Hello Baby. Hello Baby, I'm just sympathizing with you. Because we really told you at the first time you went out of that place and people said, can you continue and to go on to go back? It's the same as us. There are some people who are calling us like Kenge. How many times has Kenge called me? How many times did Uncle called me? How many times did Cecil call me? How much times did Gake called me? How much times did the Kenge driver call me? So as I can just go there and make sure that the thing's gonna be going on. But I persisted with my own intention, talking about I can never go back to the slavery. I cannot go back to such kind of a place because I know myself. And right now people are talking about, you know what, Gintu, oh, this kind of the thing has happened, the other kind of the thing happened. Happened for what? And this is the real fact. Kenge doesn't want to show people the real verdict, the real concept about this is how to be done, this is how not to be done. The only thing is consulting the YouTubers, consulting the talk about the platform, making sure that everything is handling, the YouTube is handling. Every time they live, every time Q&A and firing people. Now no one is onto the villa. Right now he has made a mess. He has made a mess. A mess. Right now, the only person I see there is the Gunmo talking about, you know what, pumping water to the fish pond. He has messed. Talk about the Gunmo. Gunmo, whenever even the party was there, he was not coming to that place because he had a Christmas list. So he was acting like a bread. And people, it doesn't know that people are tea outside here. And we can just dilute that blood with an immediate effect. So the only thing is running the cucumbers here, putting the cucumbers on top of a motorbike and pressing them there. Whenever they reach at a point, now they are told that you cannot do something corrective unto your position whenever it reaches at the night. Look at how people are thrown in that imbroglio. And talking about, you know what, we have to go to such kind of a position. Now, the only thing is siphoning, and they don't want to make sure that, okay, I can help such kind of a person. I can. Gunmo was of a very better position, and right now is always going back to the villa. When they're talking about, you know, pumping water to the fish pond, have you ever seen Gintu pumping water onto that stupid fish pond that I left there? Have you ever seen? And that's why I'm telling you, until you come to consult me, you'll pump water until you die. You will pump your water. You will pump water. You will pump water. Hey, I told you and rectify you. Kenge did a very big mistake for me because he never knew the pipes that were being piped onto that fish ponds. So the only thing that I left opening those pipes, you can never get them. And until you pump water, until you be what? And people talking about, you know what, that fish pond is a mess. There's no mess there. The only mess they did is chasing Gintu while I had opened all the pipes and they were draining water. So they are going to pump water. Did you go to mathematics class? Tap A has a diameter of 5 millimeter or 5 centimeter. The volume of water going in is around 1 hour. And the height is this one. And the tank, the volume is this one. The volume of a cylinder is this one. And tap B is removing out of a rate of this one. So it's the same. Acting to that kind of a fish pond. You are pumping water in, but the drainage pipes are already opened. So the real fact, I told you one day, come for me. I tell you the real fact. Tell Kenge to pay me my money that I worked there and make sure that I'm satisfied, and he will always tell the people onto the platform, Gintu never messed with anything, never stole anything, and he has to confess. And whenever he confess, that's why I can just tell you where the pipes are. And whenever it's not that way, my people, you'll keep on pumping water. You will pump water until you just find yourself. You will never find the pipes. I am the only engineer, and that's why Kenge trusted me. I put that trust. Whenever he said that Gintu, go to the helipad, I could go so as he can trust me. Whenever I say that Gintu go to the town and make a shopping, I take less than 5 minutes, I'll come back. And that's why I was very fast to make sure that he trusts me. Whenever he trusted me, he never knew there was something that I targeted on. You cannot talk about, you know what, now you have reached a segment. It's like right now I have some bananas here. And I say that, you know what, I don't count the banana. Then I say, whenever each and every banana is ready for harvest, just cut and sell. And I never counted how many I left here. And whenever I reach there, they send me of 3 bananas. They say that only those are the bananas that you left. It will be so chaotic. So better you do what? Consult yourself first. That's why I saw it from the first time. Whenever Kenge mother, who is the con mom, she was coming to tell me, Tata, now you have to go out because you will be going. I want to make sure that you are teaching me on how to feed the fish. I was about, is she normal? I teach you my work. Now who will do that work? So I teach you, then I go where? So I started seeing that kind of an opportunity of that woman coming to me. So I had to select myself, very selective, and I made one only selection. Let me have the secret pipes that always pass underground. And if you want to excavate, just remove the fish pond and start it again. Whereas you'll never found it because they're there. And I sympathize with you whenever you talked about Gintu is ungrateful, Gintu is this way. I made a video and I said, at the first time before you had to transform the fish and make sure that you are tailing the fish ponds, you could have consulted Gintu first before you could do that. And now the only thing that you are coming for is telling Gintu that there's a weather cloth that you went with it and it was made for my fish. Your fish, my foot. It can never happen. And that's how the things are running right now. You know what? That's how the thing go. That's how the thing go. So wherever you are, keep it tuned, keep it locked. Hello, beautiful people, wherever you are. Welcome back. It's underscore Gintu back again to the roots of today. And today is today. Tomorrow gonna be another day coming out from this section. And we have much of the things are lined up for you to make sure that it's coming to you live. And we're gonna be checking it live, which is right now. Wherever you are, grab a seat so as we can just cherish and make sure that the point is coming to you live. And it's now, and it's now. And this is the beginning. Security? Security is tight. Everything is so fantastic. Welcome. 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 Don't come up with me. Fantastic. The security is here. Another one is sleeping here. We have to bear with the circumstances here. We're live. Because sometimes you have to bear with the circumstances. My security, okay, it's now leaving a little bit to make sure that it's going to every section. Because right now down here, hey, we have to be cherishing together. So beautiful guys, like a boom. Let's go to the point. If you can just remember where we left the other point of talk about the Argentinian long nose and also the Kenge whenever we were in Kisumu. Somebody there. If you can just start up recalling that video. It's now today. I'm coming live to make sure that we are getting the point on what has been the point and what is the point to date. And I just finished in a statement talking about now whenever we were in Kisumu after raising our hands, like we are wrong in mathematics in class with the Kenge. Talking about, hey, Gintu, make sure that your hands are up so as we can be seen meticulously and simultaneously. And due to unconditional circumstances, without us uplifting our hands up, it might be chaos. This guy cannot see us. The person who was sent via the company to come and trace us where we have just not where we have lost, because we lost. I was just wondering, even in Kisumu we can lost and uplift our hands. What about when I go to London? Now it's not even lifting hands because everyone is now walking majestically and helter-skelter. So in London, whenever I land into London, what I can just do is one. Now I'll walk with hands. I'm telling you, I'll walk with hands to make sure that I'm becoming a totally different person walking with hands so as I can be noticed. Look at that person walking in hands. Everybody know, everybody's in the road so as I can be traced very much. So this is what is just ongoing right now. So the point to drive home is one. After that point, now we were in Kisumu. I talk about in Kisumu, I can just remember, I can just recall such kind of a time. Now we were just lifting our hands up and we were waiting for this kind of a person to come and get us where we are and make sure that he's getting us back to the point. So we had to do one of the things very meticulously here. So we went to, the guy came and traced where we were. Then we were told that, okay, after lifting our hands up, something like that. It was a very helter-skelter. I will never ever do such kind of a thing ever, because I was now lifting and I was now the odd one out. You know, now whenever you are small in terms of pocket demand, somebody is coming to you that, okay, you have to lift your hands up. And after lifting, this guy now is telling you from the backside that, no. You know, I was having some of the jackets here, so I have to lift with the jackets up. I was about, okay, there's no problem. What can I do with this position? You know, I'm depending on this person, and whenever he says that you're gonna be remaining here, I'm gonna be kaboom. I'm gonna be rebooted and make sure that I'm staying to the same position. So I had to do whatever has to come. Whatever comes, even if we talk about give me these shoes, let me talk about let me handle my shoes here, I'll take it there as a responsibility and make sure that I'm lifting the shoes. Even if you talk about, Gindo, I want you to carry my long nose. Hey, I can just enjoy carrying a mzungu. Hey, you know, guys, carrying a mzungu, it's now upgrading your name. You know, now talk about the Jamaican long nose. Talk about, hey, now make sure that the Jamaican, the Argentinian long nose is fractured a little bit. Hey, it's getting to the. That's the only point I can just do. So guys, whenever now we were dressed and we were found, now we were lost and found. We were like, imagine guys, if you ever talked about, I've lost my pencil in class. Who have left? Who is the pencil not found? It's here, and you can remember during the time of Jesus in the Bible. The lost son, and he came back, the lost and found. So it was us. We lost and we were found. And we were about to read alongside whichever tall building it will be there. We had to read the tall building. I mean, Gento house. No. I mean, Jamaican baby house written here. No. Oh, the other house is there called R&M house is there. So that's how we were just about to read. Make sure that you are reading it. There's a person called there's a roundabout. There's a street here called Viet, a roundabout, and that's where we are stuck at our opposite hand. Look at us in the opposite left hand, and we were there. And the guy came and traced us because Gintu now was a little bit taller than, now Kenge is a little bit shorter than me, and gaggled. And now people will think about Gintu is carrying a deaf person. the blind person, not the deaf. Now the only thing that was not in my conscience is Kenge did not carry a stick. If you could be having a stick or an umbrella, people will talk about, okay, I see somebody lifting hand with a blind person a little bit on the but due to unconditional circumstances, sometimes Kenge will sell us. Where? Will sell us someday. Because whenever now he's goggled and we are lifting our hands up, and now he's lifting the hands up, it means that maybe we are looking for support. No, it could have just a stick or an umbrella, a black one. We have a blind person there. So it could be that way. And now we went back to a parking. We just searched for a parking there, and we just parked our vehicle. And there's a way you can just pay the fee of parking, and it's via the platform. Then everything was paid via the driver you had. And at that point, before he could go in, he told us that me and the driver, you know what? Alex is calling me that the machine is lost. And then he has gone to fetch water or to open water, make sure that the pump is running. And due to unconditional circumstances, the pump is no longer found. What? Makosa. It was now chaotic. Whenever now we entered inside, it was... Let's go. We went inside, we searched for the nets, but the mind was not stable. We just, the talk about the Indian person, the Muhindi, gave us some seats there, like 4 seats there. Then we sat. Fantastic. Now we are looking forward to make sure that we are now being given the net, or we are given the cost and the pricing of the net, so as we can just purchase. Fantastic. Then we were given water and soda. Soda in Kenya, soda, Coca-Cola. Fantastic. Then it sat in front of us. Then what next followed? I started hearing now, due to Mzungu talking about the Argentinian long nose. She was talking about, you know what? I cannot take soda. Sometimes, and it's now the time we are from cappuccino. You can just remember we are from cappuccino. And there's no nothing at my stomach. So we had to do what is there. So this Argentinian long nose was given the soda, and the soda she talked about, I cannot drink soda. I don't know if she was needing guacamole. Guacamole is a juice of avocado. Even me, I can brand it to you. Guacamole. Guacamole. That's a juice of, if you have never had it, in Africa here we have it. I can prepare you one. Because I talked about I can make juices. Fantastic. So, from that position, I don't know, now if you don't take a soda, you are given water. Now the water came, and everybody now, you cannot be given only water. We were given all of us water. And the way we were sitting, I was now beside the Argentinian long nose. So those people never knew that I'm just brought there. People thought that, sometimes these bodies do bring some chaos to us. So people think about, okay, this gonna be the person. Sometimes whenever you are, now this Kenge is the one who is now not telling us how to wear, because he was telling us, again, to make sure that you're wearing neatly. And the way we went there, the guy was wearing a gumboot. Hey, now imagine your boss is wearing a gumboot and Gintu is in a sharpshooter. Yeah. The shoes that looks this way, sharpshooter. Gintu is in a sharpshooter and a long trouser, very neat one, and a shirt very meticulous, like this one. Hey. Now this other boss now, the Argentinian long nose is wearing the overall. It's called overall. It was greenish in color, and it's the one that separates. Whenever the buttocks are in the backward, it separates it, and somebody can read. This is 1, this is 2. If somebody can know about that kind of a dress, you are on the point. Fantastic. That's the one that she dressed, and we are not used into that one. Here we are used to long trouser, or talk about the pant, and also talk about the skirt. Fantastic. But now the other one, it is now, even it is broadcasting everything in front of people. Bringing, how can I talk about? The only thing you can just look for, it is called a microscope. So as you can just view direct and say that, there's something there, there's a hill, there's an ant hill somewhere. Fantastic. That's the one that she was wearing. And the characteristic of that, talk about that dress, 1. The characteristics of that dress, 1. It was green in color. Number 2, it shows everything how it occurs and how it was created. Number 3, it's overall from top to bottom. Number 4, shoes, it should have a high heel shoes, so as you can walk with it. Number 5, it is for the whites. But the black ones, like us, only God knows about that. So number 1, let's talk about the other one. Let's talk about the Kenge. Kenge was wearing what? Was wearing gumboots down. Talk about what kind of those long trousers are called. These long trousers always talk about. These are from my shop. You can just purchase them because I have an industry. I don't know if it's an industry that is textile industry exactly that produces such kind of the long trousers. I don't know if it was a fact or he's just clouting outside there telling people that I have a textile industry. I don't know if it's the fact, but due to unconditional circumstances, like trousers, it's there. Fantastic. So that long trouser. So, and up here, it was a shirt that reflects the long trouser and a jacket on top. Fantastic. So, from that position, I can describe how they were. The gumboots were blue in color. The long trouser, it's as baggy as, I don't know, you know how Kenge is always slim, and now is a baggy one. So the only thing you will just see is the waist and the shoulders. Other things, And only and that's in the whenever you see or you spot somebody from far. But in front, whenever you are coming from there, the only thing you will discover cucumbers and pears, carelessly hanging objects. That's the only thing you will see. And now you know at the head is something called dread, and it's like how many horns were there? Like 5 horns or 4? Like 5 horns already rolled. Like a cigarette, you know, they are now here. They are like 4. Now you look like the horns are just onto that position, and now not reflecting. The 4-eyed, and that's the fact. And from that position, now me, I was now wearing meticulous. Exactly. So from that position, now we were ready to purchase some of the nets there, do this and this and this there. Then we were given the nets. Then from that position, we were told that we're going to be going for a luncheon. I told you that whenever we out from that position, we're going to be going for lunch. But now Alex called. That call is what I'm just wondering. Because we were to go to the beach after there, we have to go to, you know, now you talk about the beach. Yeah, you talk about the beach, my friend. I was to swim because Kenge doesn't know how to swim, so I could be the one swimming with the gentleman long nose. Number 2, we got to go to Impala Park. Impala Park, we could see some animal and we could sleep in Kisumu. But due to an conditional circumstance, Alex called, so we had to vanish from Kisumu with an immediate effect. It was affectious most. So, from that position, now our lunch was terminated. Imagine going to Kisumu, an area of fish, but we never ate fish. Just imagine. It was disgusting, very disgusting, and I was not pleased with such kind of a thing. So I had to do one thing. One thing I had to do. To accept. That's the only thing I could do. Accept and move on. So we were told, turn the vehicle. Look at where we started or we came in through. We are going back to Nyabuhanse. I'm going to look for the person who stole my machine. And that is the fact. And now, you know, we are with the Muindi, the Indian person. So it was a law, we are coming from this point, we are going to the other point, we are coming from that point, we are going to the other point, from that point, we're going to be going to this point. Hey, the Muindi was talking very much and good, fantastic. I was so elaborative and I was, so good, yo. Fantastic. So the vehicle was turned. A U-turn. And you have to turn a U-turn so as we can come back to Nyabuhanse. What came forward? We packaged our package and luggages from that store of nets and to, how do you call that, the backward of a vehicle? Hey, the backward of a vehicle is called what? Here we call it a boot. From your side, how do you call it? You can just write into the comment section, because here in Africa, talk about a boot. Whenever you see any probox or talk about any vehicle that has that trunk, some people call it a trunk, but we don't call it a trunk in Africa here. We call it a boot. Yeah, I don't know people who know about a boot. What is a boot? You know, I'm not talking about the boot, which is behind sea level. No. I'm talking the boot of a vehicle. You know, in Africa, we have such kind of the vehicles that do carry. It's called what? Mira. You know, they are talking about, is the boot full? No, the boot is not full. Or people, even passengers. Whenever you are talking passengers from one position to another, that's why probox are expelled from doing any matatu work in Nairobi or big cities in Kenya. But here, in Nyabuhanse, in Migori, these vehicles, they carry people in the boot. That is it. You have to get that point that way. Here we don't have a trunk. We have a boot. Fantastic. So we put our things onto the boot of the vehicle. Then I was sitting in front of the driver seat, opposite driver seat, and these two gentlemen, The Argentinian Longnose and the Kenge, they were sitting at the middle chairs. And the boat was having somebody, or I was having something called the nets. Fantastic. On the way, guys, we coming back home. What we were about to receive onto that position, hey, the calls were coming from every section. He was calling the OCPD in the station here. Hello, Afande. Can you, I'm sending their people, come, go and jail them. Imagine, guys, let me tell you this. Imagine calling Alex, telling Alex that, Alex, I'm doing this. Go to the police station right now, write a report, and be jailed. Hey, Irikulwa. Hey, it was flabbergastic. It was omniscious. It was conspicuous. That I go to the police station, write a statement, and make sure that you are jailed there. What kind of a statement do you tell such kind of a person? I was just about, Here, now things are turning. Not only turning, they're now becoming worse. We have to do something very meticulous. I did what? I was now hearing. Now it was like a lift. I was picked to that position. So I have to relax, sit, relax, and listen. What can you, it was talking about, Gentu, how do you see, is it bad I'm doing? Can you say no and you be, guys, there's a phrase I don't know during these days. You know, whenever a person talk about, okay, you are going to, you are on the vehicle. Now you want to tell a driver who is a Muzungu, like an African, I don't know, like talk about somebody who doesn't know English. You want to tell a Muzungu that I want to, I'm reaching to that position, so drop me there. Is it called dropping or decrease me there?